I got a big old mess going already and I haven't even started the project. Today we are making gift card holders. Hi, I'm Myra with Boutique Paint. Thank you for joining me. We're starting out with this template, and this template will be on our website and the link will be below. And you can download it. If you have a Cricut, you could cut it out with a Cricut or a Silhouette. And basically I did 2 templates, and we're just gonna cut this out. And like I said, if you have a Cricut, by all means do it on the Cricut, or you can just do it this way. Good old-fashioned cutting. This is great to do in front of the TV. Just cut a bunch of these out. I love getting gift cards. I don't know about you, but I like going and getting what I want. My husband is not the best Christmas shopper. Don't tell him I said that, please. But his brain doesn't work that way. I think that's the best way to put it. So that's template number 1. And then this is template number 2. And the reason why I did 2 is one is a kind of a hanging, and one's like just something you'd maybe just put in a bag and give to them, or an envelope. So now that we're cut out, we're looking a little 4th of July instead of Christmas, but it'll look Christmassy here in a minute. So you have the side where the printing is, and if you didn't cut it out perfect like I didn't, then have that all be on the inside of your envelope. So I'm going to flip it over. This is the side that, and I overcut on this one, but it should be fine once I get it folded up. I'm going to use IOD's Cozy stamp, and I'm using mixing white. And I'm just going to kind of center this on here. And hopefully, it doesn't matter if it's perfect and it doesn't match up in the front, because we're going to be adding stuff. So next I'm going to take my thin mount edge, and I'm going to line it up with this line here. And you want it to go all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to fold that over. And actually, I should have done the bottom one first, sorry. Do the bottom first. And I did cut into that, so it's got a little bit of a cut, but I think it's going to be okay. All right. And there we go. So I'm going to use hot glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the flaps here. I'll fold it over. Be careful because it's hot. And these don't have to line up because we're going to be covering it here. And these lined up not too horribly. And if you want, you can also stamp on the inside so that this part here, once you pull the card out, has something. These are just bits and pieces that I have laying around that can be used for just this. These are things I poured. I over pour, you know, there was extra, so I just went ahead and pour them. I put it into a container so I can pull them and use them whenever. I think this needs a little something. I think I need a little bit of ribbon, maybe a little bit of gold ribbon. After last Christmas, I had used up so much ribbon on different projects, and I realized that I was like, oh, I got to make sure I go out and get more ribbon for doing projects next year. And then, of course, I forgot. And so I am so low on ribbon. And I think I said that last year, too. I think I was low last year, and I'm even lower this year. So I'm just going to put a little dab. You can do bows. You can do whatever you want. This is the fun part where you just kind of create. This is such a simple thing to do to make a gift card that much better. And it's reusable. There we go. Now the other thing you could do is you could put ribbon or that, I think it's called wasabi tape. Is that the right word? Around, and that would dress it up also. And then I just happen to have a used Olive Garden. It fits right in there. So we'll set that one aside, and we'll go to a blue one. And blue is nice because let's do the other size. Blue is nice because if you have friends that, or yourself, or your family celebrates Hanukkah, you can use the blue. Or if you like the, just the icy Christmas of blues, I love that. I've never done it, but I just love the look of it. You could do that. So once again, we're going to fold the bottom first. And I did not put the fold lines on here. I actually took them off. And then afterwards I was like, oh, maybe I should have left them. But if you line up your... And this is the little wonkiness. That's my cutting. It's not the template. So in this one, before I fold it, this part's going to be showing, the top of it's going to be showing. So I think what I want to do is I want to stamp something on there. So I pulled the cherub from the Heavenly stamp that came out last year. And I'm just going to use a little silver on this. And make sure that you're cleaned up so that you don't have any overstamp from the edges. Very cute. Now we're going to fold this. Got a little carried away there with the hot glue. And now I'm going to take my hole punch just so I can remember that's there. And this one, I don't know if it's, oh, it's down underneath my little cherub there. So I'm going to do it up here at the top. Oh, it's right there. So I'm actually going to do it a little bit above that. So I'm just going to run a line there. And this has got wire in it. So I'm just going to fold that wire around there. Okay, so now I have this snowflake from last year, and this one I actually spray painted. It was an experiment where I was trying different spray paints, and I believe this one is the mirror effect spray paint. It turned out kind of cool. So let's get that glued on. We're just going to put it right over the top. Oh, that's turning out pretty. And then I've got some silver cording. So this one can be an ornament. You can put it on the tree. We're gonna loop it here, put it through the hole maybe. And grab the ends through. And then we'll just tie the ends here. Let's move on. Let's see. I did a red one and then I did the blue one. And we could do, I think though, I want to use this guy. So I think I'll use him on the red. I am going to go ahead, since I have my black showing, I'm going to trim that up just real quick, because you don't want the top black showing on these, just on this little top part. And this is cardstock. You could use it printed out, and I printed it out just on a regular sheet of paper, but on cardstock. So you can use construction paper. You could even use watercolor paper and then stamp it and watercolor it. You could do all kinds of stuff. I have got this glitzy, and if glitzy is not your thing, you know, the sales will start here tomorrow, because it's Thanksgiving when this will be released. But just go out and get it. There's all kinds of sales this time of year. Joann's, Michael's, whatever your preferred store is. If you got something local, shop local. We appreciate it when you shop local, especially this time of year. Especially. So we're going to use this one because it's got, I love glitz. That's just me. Glue strings are my nemesis, I swear. Do a little dab there. And once again, this has got the wire in it. Now I printed out white, and you could stamp it with, you know, red or green, and then I could put these in there so that you could do those if you happen to not have anything handy. You could just do that and do a stamp in the center, or you could do somebody's name in the center. Nice thing also about this is if you have just little tiny pieces of ribbon, you know, those little scraps or whatever, where you have 3 inches, most people throw them away, but you never know. I usually throw them away, quite honestly. But sometimes, you know, you'll get a package with ribbon that's really pretty. Just throw that in a bucket too. Or your Christmas drawer, whatever you got. On this little guy, I used mica powders to color him, and I've got videos on that, on how to use the mica powders. I don't think my hole punch is as big as that punch. That is our project for today. If you have any questions about any of the products I used, you can go to our website at www.boutiquepaint.com. You can leave a comment below. These the cutouts for this will be on our webpage, and the link for that will also be below. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye.